then P of n plus 1 is true. That's what we're trying to show. And let's look at the idea here. Let's see if this makes any sense to us at all. So the idea here would be, let's say we knew the claim was true for everything up to n. So let's say we know that what's P of 0? We know P of 0 is H of 0 is less than or equal to 3 to the 0. We know H of 1 is less than or equal to 3 to the 1. All the way up to H of n is less than or equal to 3 to the n. Now we really want to show that H of n plus 1 less than or equal to 3 n plus 1. Oh, you guys can see that. Let me get the old whiteboard out so we can do our SI. So we really want to show that if we know H of 0 is less, don't do this to be kid. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. It's ratio that H of 0 less than 3 to the 0, H of 1 less than 3 to the 1, all the way out to H n less than 3 to the n. We really want to show that we can combine all this together to prove that H of n plus 1 is less than or equal to 3n plus 1. And let's just kind of go about it. So we know by definition, right, that H of n plus 1, if we look at our recursive formula, that's going to be the sum of the three previous terms. So H of n plus H of n minus 1 plus H of n minus 2, right? That's what we want. But by this right here, we know that everything up to n is such that H of n is less than or equal to 3 to the n. So that means that H of n is less than or equal to 3 to the n. H of n minus 1 is less than or equal to 3 to the n minus 1. And H of n minus 2 is less than 3 to the n minus 2. Right? We're assuming that the claim holds for everything up to n. We want to show it holds for n plus 1. So if it holds for everything up to n, then it holds for n minus 1, and n minus 2. So H of n is less than 3 to the n, H of n minus 1 is less than 3 to n minus 1, H of n minus 2 is less than 3 to n minus 2. All right. But notice that 3 to the n minus 1 is certainly less than 3 to the n, right? It's 1 power less. And 3 to the n minus 2 is certainly less than 3 to the n as well, right? Because it's 2 powers less. We had to multiply this by 3 2 more times to get to 3 to the n. So clearly 3 to the n minus 2 is less. So this is less than 3 to the n plus 3 to the n plus 3 to the n, which equals 3. What is 3 copies of 3 to the n? But 3 times 3 to the n, what's that? That's 3 to the 1 times 3 to the n, which by our exponent rules is 3 to the n plus 1. So the point is, this is the inductive step right here. This is the place where we show that if everything up to n follows the claim, h less than 3n, hk less than 3k, then h of n plus 1 will be less than 3 to the n plus 1. Just because each of these will be less than 3 to the n, and so if you add them together, it's clearly going to be less than 3 to the n plus 1. Now here's the question though. I used this recursive formula. This recursive formula doesn't work everywhere, right? When does this start working? For what indices does this work?
One is greater than or equal to 2.
Yeah. Yeah. The index has to be bigger than or equal to 3 to use the recursive formula. So we want n plus 1 to be greater than or equal to 3, meaning we need n to be greater than or equal to 2. Yeah. So that's going to be our b here. We're going to want n to be bigger than or equal to 2. Gosh, these markers are running out too. Want n to be bigger than or equal to 2. And so then in the base case, we want to fill everything in. We're going to want to prove it for n equals 1, and we're going to prove it for n equals 2. But we'll do the rest of that proof next time. For now, it's been a good day. I hope everything's making sense. I hope induction's clicking. The whole move to the next one, move to the next one, move to the next one. We'll finish up strong induction next time, and then move on. Move on to our topics section. Any questions, anybody? Today felt very technical. I feel like we did have a lot of fun today. But I mean, technical can be fun, I guess, right? I mean, like you always see, like in figure skating or gymnastics or like snowboarding or whatever. People always talk about like, oh my gosh, like she's such a technical skater. Like that's such a hard technical move, or snowboard or whatever it is. And I have fun watching snowboarding. Ice skating less, I'll be honest. I like it when they put their arms in and they go really fast. That's about it. This is I'm done, by the way. It wasn't clear. Anyone have any questions?